Strange things can happen when you're on vacation. Well, at least on my vacations. And now one couple's holiday stroll may have solved a mystery that dates back to ancient times. The mystery of the Loch Ness Monster. April 2022. A couple in their 50s holiday in the Scottish Highlands. After waking up early on a Monday morning and heading out with their camera, the couple is taking in the eerie sight of the still waters of Loch Ness when they record this.
What on earth is it?
Take a closer look as we zoom in and sharpen the image. It looks like a creature moving through the water. So admittedly, this video was hard to make out, but I want to draw your attention to a couple of features that really intrigue us. First of all, it is this wake that leads us to believe that this is actually a creature moving through the water. And then, this hump right here is so consistent with other sightings of the Loch Ness Monster.
Some researchers have called this the most significant footage to come off Loch Ness in the last 20 years. It doesn't seem to have an artificial or staged quality.
Yeah, it's really pushing forward now.
It seems like whatever they're filming is actually there in Loch Ness.
Field researcher Ken Gerhardt says the elusive legendary creature, affectionately known as Nessie, has actually had its fair share of caught-on-camera moments.
The first compelling image of the Loch Ness Monster dates from November of 1933. And then in April of 1934, something known as the surgeon's photo surfaced. It appeared to show a small head, a long neck, and a hump protruding out of Loch Ness, and quickly achieved worldwide fame. Unfortunately, in the 1990s, researchers proved that the surgeon's photo was in fact a hoax.
But the sightings continue to this day. Nessie is often described as an aquatic creature having two humps, which has led to the theory that there is a surviving Plesiosaur swimming beneath the surface of the loch.
Plesiosaurs were an archaic marine reptile that lived alongside the dinosaurs up until the end of the Cretaceous period about 65 million years ago. They were about 20 or 30 feet long. They had a very big body with a long neck and a small head, 4 flippers, and a very powerful tail. And in some respects, this does fit some of the eyewitness accounts of Nessie.
But Gerhardt says there's a good reason why many Nessie sightings remain unexplained to this day.
Loch Ness is incredibly deep, up to 754 feet. And what's really problematic in terms of research is that the water is very dark.
Despite those challenges, researchers have managed to collect compelling evidence that something is lurking in the loch.
Dating back to 1954, there have been literally dozens of sonar contacts with large animate objects swimming in Loch Ness, 20 to 30 feet long, usually serpentine in shape. And as recently as this year, there was a sonar contact at a depth of about 500 feet of a large serpentine, unidentified object about 20 to 30 feet long, further adding to the body of evidence that the Loch Ness Monster exists.
Loch Ness holds an estimated 263 billion cubic feet of water, which is more than all the water in all the lakes, rivers, and reservoirs in the whole of England and Wales combined. So could this video be the latest proof that Nessie is somewhere in there? We turn to our experts to find out. Forensic video expert Michael Primo determines if this video is yet another hoax.
In terms of authenticity, nothing appears to be CGI. The video appears to be consistent and plays consistently. No editing or splicing was detected. Through the media interrogation, digital information analysis, through medics, we were able to confirm the authenticity of this video, and it is genuine.
So if the video is real, what are we looking at? We turn to marine biologist Dr. Shay Conger to break it down.
You can actually see, based on the other objects around it, that not only is this animal moving through the water, it's actually navigating. You can see it turn towards the shoreline. To me, that means it's not something being towed or something stuck in the water. This is actually a really large animal, I think, moving across the surface of Loch Ness.
So could a dinosaur, thought to be extinct for 65 million years, really survive in the frigid, murky waters of Loch Ness?
Plesiosaurs did actually inhabit this area, but plesiosaurs were known to be very large, voracious predators. So there would have to be a lot of food to support a remnant dinosaur. It would be very difficult for an animal like a Plesiosaur to obtain enough food, so I can rule out that this is some sort of living dinosaur.
Furthermore, Conger says that in one of the biggest DNA studies of its kind, scientists from New Zealand's Otago University were able to identify the presence of around 3,000 species in the deep, dark waters of Loch Ness.
This 2019 study actually ruled out the idea of some Plesiosaur living in Loch Ness because there was no genetic material associated with that was found.
DNA from whales and dolphins was also identified in Loch Ness by the researchers. Conger rules those out, though, because you can't see a dorsal fin in the video. But she does have one guess.
The eDNA study actually showed a lot of eel DNA in Loch Ness, and this brings the possibility that maybe the Loch Ness monster is actually just a large eel being sighted at the surface.
If it is an eel, it's huge, which is fascinating in itself.
There's still a mystery that's going on, and we're not really sure what we're seeing in Loch Ness.
Our verdict, we're going to say this is possibly a gigantic eel, though we can't say for certain what species. Perhaps one that hasn't been discovered yet. But the mystery is far from solved, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for more evidence.
On history.